Hi guys, happy October! Thank you so much for clicking on my channel. If you have not subscribed, I would love to have you as a subscriber. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and share. Today I am showing you how I made this cute little spider splatter screen wreath. For this wreath, you're going to need a splatter screen, and you'll want to remove the knob. And my son went outside and he spray painted my splatter screen black, and then he let it dry and then brought it in for me. And I am taking the 6-inch deco mesh from Dollar Tree, and I'm cutting it into 24-inch strips. Now most everything came from Dollar Tree in this video. I will add a materials list for you in the drop down box below, but I'm just taking the deco mesh, walking it in my fingers. Just let it walk up your fingers carefully, and then I've taken my pipe cleaners and cut them in half. So you'll just wrap the pipe cleaner tightly around the center of your little bundle and give it a few twists. And I made several of these bundles. I used a total of 4 rolls of the 6-inch deco mesh. And you're going to take your pipe cleaner and you're going to thread it through the splatter screen all the way to the back and give it a few twists. Now you'll want to use the inexpensive pipe cleaners. You do not want to use the fluffy ones because the fluffy ones are so hard to push through the splatter screen. So my pipe cleaners came from Dollar Tree. So just thread them through, give it a twist, and fold the extra down. And you'll just continue. I start in the center and make it as full as I want, and then I work my way out to the outer edge. And so I just made as many bundles as 4 rolls of the deco mesh from Dollar Tree would make. So if you want yours fuller, buy 5. If you're having trouble pulling your pipe cleaners through, you can get a pair of tweezers, and sometimes that will help you to pull the pipe cleaner through. But just go ahead and cover your splatter screen with the deco mesh until you get it as full as you like. And you do not have to spray paint it if you do not want to. Sorry about my little puppy. I think my husband just got home is why he's barking, so sorry about that, guys. But this is what it looks like with 4 rolls of the deco mesh from Dollar Tree. And this was in the Halloween section. And so I am just finishing up putting the last few bundles on my splatter screen. And like I said, you can buy, 5 or 6 bundles. It's just however full you want your little spider to be. But I was happy with 4 rolls. And so it takes a little time. I was actually talking on the phone to my mom while I was making these bundles. So maybe turn on a good movie or talk to a friend or your children or whatever while you're doing this, because it makes it go a lot faster. Okay, and here's something I found today at Dollar Tree for its little legs. These are headbands, and they're in the Halloween section. So I just cut off 8 of the little tubes to use as the spider's legs, and I am just threading the wooden skewers through the little tubings. And I am going to wire and hot glue the little legs on. Make sure you put the point of the skewer going in the center, toward the center of the wreath. Make sure it's not on the outside. Make sure the point is in the inside, and hot glue it down and wire your skewers down. And just be careful. Like I said, these do have a point on them. So like I said, I made sure that every point was going toward the center of my wreath. So I added 4 legs on the left, 4 legs on the right, and I just wired them in, hot glued them, let it sit and dry, and I went ahead and tied a bow while I was waiting. And you'll want to have some ribbon close by because you'll want your skewers to stay in place. So I tied a bow at the end of each skewer so it would not slide out of the tubing. I tied it real tight so it would not move. But here I'm just hot gluing, so be real careful when you're hot gluing. Make sure you add quite a bit of hot glue and let it sit, because you do not want these to move. And here I'm tying a bow, and this ribbon does have wire, but I also used some ribbon that does not have wire. I just wanted it to be really colorful and fun for Halloween, so I kind of just went with some ribbon that I had previously purchased. So this ribbon came from Sam's Club, and the other 2 ribbons, one of them came from Michael's, and I believe the kind of neon color one came from Hobby Lobby. So like I said, I didn't go out and buy new ribbon for this. I just used some that I already had. So if you have some, that's just an extra bonus and saves you money. So I am just going back and forth, trying to make the loops the same size on each side. Now my loops were only 4 inches, and my bow was not quite as big as I normally make and like. So if you want bigger, go for like a 5 or 5.5 inch bow. So you can kind of look at mine and see if you think it's big enough or not. But here I'm just adding the other ribbon. Now this is the one I was talking about, this neon. This one here came from Hobby Lobby. And it does not have wire, so it just kind of flops. But like I said, I like the color. It's just fun, and it just looks really cute on this little spider. My daughter was so funny while we were making this. She is like, Mom, how did you come up with this? So I think she kind of liked it in the end, but she's like, oh my, Mom's always coming up with crazy ideas. So I think this one turned out cute though. My husband even mentioned that he liked it. So I guess they both approved. My son, he's not home yet, so he hasn't seen it. But just go back and forth trying to make the loops the same size. And then I went back and trimmed all my tails at a slant. And I just used the 20 gauge floral stem wire to wrap around the center of my bow. Leave your wire long because you're going to want to thread it through your splatter screen so that you can attach it to the top of your wreath. Now when you go to hang this wreath, you'll want to take a piece of floral stem wire, thread it through the top of the splatter screen, give it a few twists and make a loop, and you can use that wire to hang it on your door. I always have questions about that, so I use a piece of floral stem wire to make my loop. Okay guys, and this is really important when you're tying bows. Always make sure you get the wire tight, as tight as you can, around the center. That really makes your loops hold up and really pop. So that's a kind of a secret there. Get that center as tight as you can. And then here I am just showing you how I threaded the wire through the deco mesh, through the splatter screen, and then went to the back and gave it a few twists. Now you'll want to fold down and cut off the extra wire, and if you can find a black placemat from Dollar Tree, you can hot glue a placemat on the back or some black felt so that it does not scratch your door when you get finished. And then here, these are the googly eyes that I purchased at Dollar Tree. They have a few different shapes, so I just hot glued 2 of those on. And like I said, I'll write everything down for you in the materials list, so don't worry. But here I am adding the little bows so that my skewers stay in place and do not slip out of the tubing. So just tie the little bow, just a simple bow, just nice and tight, and then trim off the ends and kind of do them at a slant. The Halloween headbands came in 2 colors. They also had the black and white tubing in the Halloween section at my Dollar Tree. So just get your bows nice and tight, and I did 4 different colors on each side. And so here it is, guys. It's nice and full and fluffy, and I just think it's a really fun and cute Halloween wreath, something different that not everyone's gonna have on their door. Very simple and inexpensive to make. And I adjusted the length of the tubing. I took my scissors and trimmed the legs a little shorter. And I think she's just really cute. And like I said, my husband likes her, and so does my daughter. So let me know what you think. Do you think she's cute? Are you gonna make one? Let me know what you're making for Halloween. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys that always comment. Y'all are so sweet. Y'all are the best. So hugs, and thank you so much, guys. I hope you'll have a wonderful night.